Hey everyone, so today we're at Laurel Hill State Park at a campground. We rented a cabin for the week. Gonna do a bunch of filming, got a bunch of testing to do on some Senatakis, on some e-bikes, things like that, so stick around if you wanna see those videos. But right now, we are on the Lectric XP4 500 watt version with the 10.4 amp hour battery. I wanted to give you a real world use scenario of what you can expect in range. Now I'm about 170 to 175 pounds and been riding this bike for the last 2 days now around the campground, just normal like I would any other time I go to camp. Started out with a full battery and we are down to 44.5 volts currently. And so far I went 22 miles and I'm just now starting to notice it limiting me power right around 12 to 14 amps of power. But we're gonna take it on a ride right now down towards the beach area to the lake. It's fairly close and we're gonna see how many more miles I can get until we get down to around 10% or so and then try to make it back up home. Hopefully the battery doesn't die on me and we make it back. And if you're interested after watching this video, if you feel like this bike's right for you, I'll leave links down below in the description where you can check out all the pricing. Right now this bike's currently $999 with free shipping. So check that out if you decide to purchase one, and it will help support the channel. So thanks in advance. Let's go riding. A lot of people I've seen on the forums have gotten the XP4 and haven't really cared much for the torque sensor on the bike. I gotta tell you guys, I absolutely love it, and I love the way the torque sensor works on this. You can always override it with the throttle if you need to. Right now I'm in the max PAS 5 turbo mode and it cruises right up any hills. And to be honest with you guys, yeah, I still think the 500 or the 750 watt version with the bigger battery for an extra 300 bucks is well worth the money. But this 500 watt bike is no slouch. I mean, it's been taking me up any one of these hills, pedaling just slightly, even some pretty steep ones, and it gets me all around this campground very easily. So even the 500 watt bike with the 10.4 amp hour battery is going to be very sufficient for most riders. And it just got done pouring down rain here, guys. There's water everywhere. And that Vever canopy that I got, the screen room that I reviewed last year, that thing is awesome for keeping your bikes dry. You pull them in there and it's really nice, holds up really well in the wind and the rain. So if you're looking for something to cover your e-bikes that's not an e-bike storage house like they make, then get yourself one of them screen rooms, because it could be dual purpose. You can use it for camping, for screen room to keep out bugs, and use it to store multiple bikes in. So pretty nice and easy setup as well. I think I gotta go down this way here. But like I said, 10.4 amp hour battery, I've already gotten 22 miles on this ride, and that's 2 days. If I charged this thing every night back at the cabin, I would never run out of juice. I'm probably not gonna ride 20 miles in one day while I'm here. I mean, I could do it, but more than likely I'm not, because there's other things to do here as well. So, like I said, we're down to right about 44 volts right now, and still giving me good power. Usually around 43 volts is where you really have to watch. Hey bud, watch going through there. It's pretty slippery and muddy. And if you hear my son talking, it's because this talkie that I have around my neck, I'm actually testing them out. We're gonna be reviewing those out on the lake here. Probably tomorrow we're gonna be doing that video, taking some kayaks out, taking a blow up SUP, which is a stand-up paddleboard, inflatable one from Vever. So that's gonna be pretty cool to check out and test. All right, let's go down through here, and we're gonna go down this pretty steep hill. The one that I came up this earlier yesterday, came right up at no problem. But the lake looks a little bit muddy. I'll show you guys once we get down there. We're gonna be heading down here towards the boat rental. That's where you can typically rent kayaks. And oh, it's real mushy down through here. I'm just using some throttle. We're gonna try to come over here to the gravel area. And I love the brakes on this new XP4. They seem very, very quiet compared to the 3.0 and the Lectric Light, which you can hear behind me. Down here, no problem. Brakes are very nice and quiet. Suspension's good as well. Oh, one thing though I gotta mention that I absolutely hate about the new bike is the seat. Highly recommend an upgrade. Honestly, I have a really cheap seat that I bought to try out on here. Usually I use the Cloud 9, the big drainage ditch there. Usually I use the Cloud 9, but I wanted to try something cheaper for all of you in case you're on a budget and still want a half decent seat. And I've been riding with this seat now for about a week now or so, and works really well. It's the Active Zone Shine tour or something. I'll put links down below in the description, but I think I found this one on sale on Amazon. Actually, it was like a open box deal for like 12 bucks, but I seen new ones that were only like 14 bucks, so pretty great deal. So we're down here where you rent kayaks, and they're about $14 per person per hour to rent, whether you rent a kayak or a boat. Here's some pretty wet areas here. Nobody's swimming now, obviously, just got done raining. But let's see what mileage we're at here. We're still at 22 miles, haven't hit the 23 mile mark yet. So I think we should be able to get another mile or two, but we're gonna take a ride down through here, up through the campsites here. If my battery don't die, show you a little bit about the camp and just see if we can make it maybe another mile or two to see if we can hit possibly 23, 24 miles out of a 10.4 amp hour battery. Now on the original XP, if you guys seen my original test on that bike, it had a 10.4 amp hour battery, and I used to get around 17 miles riding around home up through the country, and that's a lot of 28 mile an hour riding at max speed, bunch of hills and everything. There's a lot of hills here as well, but not gonna ride 28 miles an hour through the campground, so that saves a little bit of energy. But on that 10.4 amp hour battery, I'd get like 17 to 18 miles around home, but I took that same bike and same battery on the bike trail and got 37 miles, so that's a huge difference. That's one of my #1 questions about how many miles I can get out of a battery charge on a bike, and it's always the hardest to answer because it's going to depend on a lot of factors: weight, how fast you're riding it, terrain, things like that. So keep that in mind. 17 versus 37 miles on the same battery is a big difference. But so far we're at 22. Ooh, a lot of washed out areas right there. Whew, almost went into one. So we'll be out on that lake hopefully tomorrow if it don't rain, testing out the talkies. Preston, can you hear me back there?
Yep, I can hear you perfect.
Yep, see, there he is in the talkies. And I think it's limiting me, let's see. Oh, I'm down to, okay, now it's really limiting me. I'm at 42.1 volts and it's limiting me to 5.3 amps. So I'm gonna have to downshift here and pedal back to camp. Let me stop here and switch this action cam to this side because I got to use this hand to shift with. It's always tricky trying to use throttle depending on which side of the bike the throttle's on with an action camera, because if you hold it in this hand, you can't use the throttle. If you hold it in this hand, you can't use the shifter. All right, here we go. So shifting down, it's still giving me about 5 amps of output, 200 watts of power, and we're down to, it says 20% battery, but even though it says 20%, it's not gonna allow you to output tons of power. And I am in turbo mode. So we're gonna just head back to the campsite here. I was gonna go up through the park and show you the campsites and stuff, but I wasn't quite sure exactly when this thing was gonna limit me this much. And it's already limiting me at 20% and 42 volts of power, which is about normal. Usually when I hit around 43, that's when you're really gonna have to start worrying. All right, guys, I'm in turbo mode here. Now it's limiting me to 2.7 amps and it's giving me 118 watts of output. Now I'm gonna downshift so it makes it a little bit easier to pedal while we're headed back to camp, because at 114 watts of output, that's not much power. But it's still fairly easy to pedal even without the motor. Unless you hit a really steep hill, then it's gonna get pretty tough to pedal. But so far, not too bad. Let's see how many miles we went. And we're still at 31 miles. Started at 9 miles, so still at 22 miles. So I feel like we'll probably hit about 23. All right, so just hit 32 miles. So 23 miles out of this battery charge, but safe to say, I'd say around 22 was still giving me decent power. I noticed when it started limiting me from about 12 to 14 amps of current, right around 44.5 volts. It wasn't much longer than that, and the battery was dead, less than a mile. So that's about what I can expect to ride around here at the campground at 170 pounds, and that's real use case scenario. And this is what I'm talking about, this Vever screen room. Awesome for keeping your bikes dry when you have a torrential downpour. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful and interesting, and hopefully you understand maybe a little bit more of how much range you can expect out of your 10.4 amp hour Lectric XP4. Please consider subscribing, and I will see all of you around on the next one. Thanks for watching.